Today we shall start ground tissue or fundamental tissue system. The ground tissue system is the tissue system that is inside the epidermis and the one portion is surrounded by the epidermis and the second part is surrounded by the endodermis, and this type of ground tissue is called extrastellar ground tissue. And the ground tissue, the portion of ground tissue which is inside the endodermis except vascular bundle, it is called as the interstellar ground tissue. So the conception of a steel, what is a steel? First of all, we should know that what is a steel. A steel is the tissues surrounded by the endodermis. As for example, as in the vascular plants, in the lower vascular plants like primitive pteridophytes, there is no well organized vascular bundle, and the phloem and xylem are found inside it, and the entire this vascular cylinder is enclosed by the endodermis, and hence the entire tissue surrounded by the endodermis is termed as the stele. So the primitive type of stele was the protostele, and it evolved to give rise to siphonostele when pith originated, and the siphonostele. So in the primitive US sporangiate ferns, the stele is generally of protostele type, various type of protostele, plectostele, dictyostele, etc. And the higher form of ferns like leptosporangiate ferns, the stele is siphonostele. So the term is actually assigned to the all tissues surrounded by the endodermis. So here the term first, the extrastellar means outside the tissue system, outside of the tissue surrounded by the endodermis, and inside the epidermis. And this type of ground tissue, fundamental tissue, is known as extrastellar ground tissue or fundamental tissue. So in this region there are various, generally the cells are of parenchymatous nature. The cells are generally in parenchymatous nature, but sometimes there is layer of some cells and they are of collenchymatous nature and give rise to mechanical strength, and they are called as hypodermis. So the dermal layer is generally collenchymatous. In some forms there is the sclerenchymatous cells also having thickenings, and actually the cells inside the epidermis and outside the endodermis are called cortex. So these cortical cells are the extrastellar ground tissue, and their chief function is to firstly give mechanical strength to the plant, and their other function is photosynthetic. Sometimes these cells of cortex become chlorenchymatous, means containing chlorophyll, and they perform the function of the photosynthesis. They are also found to store some food materials, and hence they are also their function is also to store food material in some cases. So these are the extracellular ground tissue. The first is the cortex, and the layer which differentiate the cortex from the interstellar ground tissue is known as the endodermis. The cell of endodermis is generally parenchymatous and generally of barrel shaped. Here no intercellular space is found. In some cases there are starch, they store starch, there may be mucilage cells, and there may be tannin cells in the endodermis, and so it is the protective in nature. Its function is to protect the inside, the vascular bundles chiefly, and to maintain the root pressure, because a band-like structure, some cells have band-like structures around them, and these are termed as the Casparian strips, and this type of cells are found in the pteridophytes, in the leaves of gymnosperms, and in the angiosperms. They are found chiefly in the herbaceous roots and stems, and they are generally absent in woody angiospermic plants. But this type of cells that are known as the Casparian strip have the sclerenchymatous fibers band around themselves, and in between these Casparian cells there are some passage cells which allow the water absorbed by the root hairs to go to protoxylem. So these passage cells are the connecting link between the protoxylem and the root hairs, and these through these passage cells the plant water absorbed by the plant or the solute absorbed by the plant goes through the passage cells to the protoxylem, hence moves upward and distributed throughout the plant body. So the inside the endodermis there is a band-like structure that is known as the Casparian strips, and the function of the endodermis is just to protect the internal vascular cylinder, and second is its function is to maintain the root pressure of the plant, so that it is easy to move for the solute to be absorbed by the plant. And the third is, in sometimes they also act as the storage tissue, and they store starch grains in between them, and there are some they also make a starch sheet also. In some cases there is another layer inside the endodermis, and this layer is known as the pericycle. This is made up of the several layers of cells and is generally parenchymatous in nature. But in some plants, like the aquatic plants, they are absent. In the aquatic plants, this type of cells, pericycle cells, are absent, and they are in some cases, in the some plants, they are sclerenchymatous also. So the the cells of pericycle are meristematic in nature also. At the time of secondary growth, they form pericambial strip, and hence their function is also, the function is assigned for the secondary growth as they form pericambial cells. The other ground tissue, the interstellar ground tissue, are the medullary rays. These cells are generally parenchymatous, and they are found in between the two vascular bundles, and their chief function is the storage, food storage, and also the conduction of solute. So these cells are of parenchymatous, elongate in nature, and they are their function is to store food material, and they transport solutes and water, and thus they also, in this medullary rays, during the secondary growth, the Cambian ring is formed. So these are of important kind of tissue systems. And the last is the pith. The pith, inside the pith, generally the pith is of parenchymatous nature, but sometimes the stone cells are also reported in some plants. In the pith, the vascular bundle are embedded. So these are, in some cases, these are lignified, and in herbaceous plants, pith has the hollow structure, is torn, and at the place there is a hollow structure. So the hollow pith is found in some herbaceous plants. So these are the fundamental tissue or the ground tissues found in the entire plants. And the next is the vascular tissue. The vascular tissue are generally for the conduction of food materials and water, and they are made up of the xylem, phloem, and a third, a strip of cambium. In some plants, a strip of cambium is found inside it, and so the vascular bundle is generally made up of xylem and phloem, as in dicotyledons. And when there is the secondary growth in the plants having secondary growth, as the dicotyledons, there is a third tissue found inside the vascular bundle, and that is known as the cambium ring, cambium. And in the monocot, stem and root, this type of tissue is not found, and this in the monocots, the vascular bundle is only made up of xylem and phloem. So the vascular bundle, association of vascular bundle is different in different angiospermic plants. When they are the xylem and phloem jointly form vascular bundle, they are known as the conjoint. And when the vascular bundle, the xylem is inside and the phloem is outside in the bundle, then they are called inside means towards the pith, and outside means distant position from the pith. So this type of vascular bundle, when xylem is inside and phloem is outside, it is known as the collateral vascular bundle. In the collateral vascular bundle, when there is the strip of cambium, then it is called the open type of vascular bundle. But when cambium is not found, then the vascular bundle is called as closed type of vascular bundle. The second type of vascular bundle, this type of open type of vascular bundles are found in dicotyledons, stems and roots, when there is the cambium found, there is cambium strip in between them, and in the monocot the cambium is not found, and hence the vascular bundle is termed as the closed. The second difference is on the basis of the position. I have said that when xylem and phloem jointly make the vascular bundle, they are known as conjoint. But sometimes the xylem and phloems are found on two different radii, and hence their arrangement is known as the radial vascular bundle, generally found inside the roots. So radial type of vascular bundle. So this is the radial type of vascular bundle. So in bicollateral vascular bundle, these type of vascular bundles are found. The second type of vascular bundle, that is known as the bicollateral type of vascular bundle. Bicollateral type of vascular bundle, the xylem is sandwiched between on the both sides with the strips of phloem, and in between there is the sequence is the outer phloem, cambium ring, the middle xylem that is sandwiched, and the next the cambium ring, and then the outer phloem, inner phloem. So this is the sequence, and this type of vascular bundle is the peculiar character of Cucurbitaceae family. So this type of vascular bundles are generally found in the plants of Cucurbitaceae family. That is the sequence: outer phloem, outer cambium ring, middle xylem ring, the next is lower cambium ring, and then lower phloem. So these are the bicollateral vascular bundle. And sometimes there are concentric type of vascular bundles, means the xylem or phloem are surrounded by phloem or xylem. When phloem is surrounded by xylem, the phloem is inside and it is surrounded by the xylem strips, then this type of concentric vascular bundle is known as amphivessel vascular bundle, generally found in rhizomes and in the nodal region of the monocot plants. In the monocot stem at the nodal region and in the rhizomes, such type of vascular bundle, that is amphivessel vascular bundles, are found. The second type of concentric vascular bundle are known as amphiscribal vascular bundles. Amphiscribal vascular bundle in which the phloem is surrounded by phloem surrounds the xylem. In the first type, xylem surrounds the phloem amphivessel, and in the second type, amphicribal vascular bundle, the phloem surrounds xylem. And such type of vascular bundle are found in some leaves of dicotyledonous plants and fruits, and the vascular bundle of flowers. So this type of vascular bundles, that is the concentric vascular bundle, that is amphicribal vascular bundles, are found in the bundles of flower and in some leaves of dicotyledons and the fruits. That is all about the vascular tissue system. So we have completed today we have completed the ground tissue and the vascular tissue system. We have completed both the ground or fundamental tissue system and the vascular tissue system. In the next class, we shall deal the different type of arrangements of the vascular bundles and the primary xylem, primary phloem, and we shall also be aware of how vascular cylinder is found inside the higher plants, angiospermic plants, and then we shall also be aware, we also know about the leaf trace and the branch trace, branch gap, leaf trace and branch trace. Thank you.